Hi, this is part two of the Sunday morning video. It's 9:45. I me to get real, getting real. I wanted to sit down and like watch these other YouTubers, and I was sitting down. I have my little jar of almonds here, and I wanted to just say to you guys that I I have a hard time spitting out words to describe the dangers I feel as someone who's fleeing, like spending my whole life fleeing abuse. We had that movie, what's it called? Heat. We had that movie Heat. So you got the bank robber guy and his little gang, and you have um, the cop who's got his girlfriend or wife or whatever, stepdaughter. Okay, the wife's kind of going mad because his daughter's gone all the time, and this guy's focus is to bust this dude, this bank robber, and they're really good, really fast. Um, when I watch these kind of movies, I get mad at myself. It's like, man, those bad guys are so organized. It's like some kind of Looney Tune or something like. Someone's chasing someone. It's like the coyote's chasing the bugs. Oh, um, the roadrunner, and you're like, dude, he's like focused on getting this little bird, on this bird that meet me like roadrunner. I'm not allowed to say that. He goes and just starts eating the seeds, and then the animal doesn't follow him and die. What's his name? Coyote pulls on the next to the rope. Like, what's wrong? The rope's not working. And then it falls, and the thing falls on him. I used to wonder what the heck was the anvil. I wish I could. And like, I've seen him in the Harbor Freight, I think. I was like, dude, I'm getting on. Although all those years watching those cartoons, I didn't get one. I'm gonna ship it and sell it on eBay and ship it in a flat rate box if I had one. But this movie is like, you not a bank robber, and you're not some old bird out in the desert, and you're a human. That's me. And when people want to treat me like I'm an animal, and they go after you for 41 years of your life, or 20 years of your life, or 5 years of your life, and you're like, freaking get a deck of cards and play solitaire. Like, leave me alone, people. Like, if you're watching this, leave me alone. Like, I don't care. There's a spiritual sense in that you get panic and fear that you need to bow down. I was going to say Diane Keaton. You need to bow down to their every wish and go back to being an abused person and being a fuel for them, being a human punching bag. And I brought this up before. The Lost Boys, when the mom, I think it was Diane Keaton, towards the end, spoiler, wants to save her boys from the vampires, and then find out who the head vampire is, the guy who owns that shop on the boardwalk, whatever, I don't know, the video rental or whatever place it is. You got this vampire boys, and I know older brother Michael's half vampire right at this point still, and they're getting weak, him and the girl, the little boy, Star, and I forget the little boy's name, getting weak. They have a chance to kill the head vampire, and they'll revert back to human. And if they do their first kill, they're kind of stuck in vampire mode. So, the head vampire sees this mommy as a good mommy to the boys, to all the boys. And he says, I don't know exactly, take my hand, you know. And basically, she's looking at her boys thinking, if I don't take this guy, like the devil's hand, and make this agreement, then my kids are going to be killed by these vampires. And luckily, the grandpa saves the day, blah, blah, blah. But she's starts to hold out her hand. And, you know, I forget what Corey Haim's character's name is. You got that dog, too. You know, Nook. You're just like, you're kind of like, no, mom, don't do it. But like, she's like, oh, like, she just loves her boy. Like, no, he's my baby. Um, it's always like, you feel like if you go back to these abusive people, you're giving your hand to the devil, basically. You're giving the devil a foothold. You're holding hands with the head vampire. And you're back in their lair and in control. You're being controlled by them. And you think, sometimes you want to justify it. You think these people are just having a bad day, they're constipated, or the weather's bad, the weather's good, I don't know. Someone else having fun and they're not, whatever. And you think that you can walk on eggshells. You think that if you talk to them and say, why do you get so mad when I flush the toilet at 3 p.m.? Like, 2:59, you're okay. 3:01, you're okay. Like, you try to talk to them and say, well, I really had to use the bathroom. I can't leave it. It's raw, you know. You know, we did that before. Our toilet was overflowing in one place. Like, these people are really bad at maintaining their maintenance guy that you don't even deserve. Like, a penny an hour, at least some of these people said. I said, I go fix the crap myself. These guys would come in and tear out the place even worse, and then be like, it's not my problem. You ever have an apartment flood? You're like, really? That is your problem? I only know from being a geek on the internet to dry out. You know, my parents, if something happened in the house, they wouldn't tell me anything. I learned by myself, like, your toilet overflows, I'll obviously mop up the water, fix it, and then do the drying and the heating, and turn on the heat, put the fan on, and air that, get that as dry as fast as you can, that seep into the floor, into the wallboard, and everywhere those people should have come in, and got a high power, you know, some people had flooding and hurricanes, their apartment managers come in with these high power fans and heaters and dry it, or if they had to remove the carpet and the wall and the floorboards and the wood, replace all that, put it back together, and then the tenant has less likely mold, mildew, and all that damage, water damage, even for the structure, but particle board getting wet and all that. You know, my little fan isn't gonna dry out the whole bathroom. Anyways, they don't care. All they want to do is blame you for the problem. I don't know why I got on that, but yeah. So I guess I don't remember why I got on that, but it's the same thing. They always want to blame you. They tear up something, they make a tornado in your house to tear up your room, and they want to tell you you're the problem. And you go to the police, and they're like, "Yep, they're right. You are the problem." Like, what? So for accountability team, I am so tired. I went to school. I went to college from age 17 on for 17 years with a break during childbirth and nursing. It wasn't a purposeful break. I tried to get jobs that whole 4 years. I didn't get anything. I was able to get volunteer positions, and then I finally got this one job after I nursed my son. I was a very, very, very poor nursing mother. I never heard of a breast pump. I always nursed the kids. We were so poor, we didn't have, for my daughter, we didn't have any diapers or anything. I had to make everything. I should say I got to make everything. It's really hard to make stuff now. And I never had baby food. Someone gave us some expired baby food. Tried to eat a little bit. It was got stomach aches. Threw it all in the garbage. a rice meal. We both ate, me and my daughter both ate a little spoonful of it and both got sick. Ugh, it was bad. Kids in high school or junior high or whatever, elementary, they had younger siblings. Oh, our cousins. Oh, I love bananas. It tastes just like bananas. Like, ooh, someone gave us bananas. I took a little spoonful. I was like puking. I don't know what it was. They use weird food for baby food. When my kid got sick, my baby got sick too. So it's like the second child. That was the 2 baby-sized spoonfuls of the only baby food my daughter had, and my son had no baby food. Some of that was expired, like the box stuff. But the box stuff was old. And with my what is that parenting thing? I used to see it on bus stops in Huntington, West Virginia. They're like, oh, you should have called us. We would have helped you so much. I was like, I never heard of you. I went to DHS office. Sarah was pregnant, and I did a few stamps. And we didn't have a job. We didn't get anything. And they didn't ask if I needed health care. I never ever heard of Medicaid. So I was forced to have a child at home because I was flat broke. I had a credit card that was maxed out. My ex-husband maxed out. And basically we used it as a homeless person to drive. There's nowhere to live. And I hate that about some of the things in my past. How I had to survive, just was prevent from abandoning the vehicle. And it's so weird when I think back about like, anyways, I was terrified of tens of thousands of dollars worth of hospital bills, and you're scared when you're poor and you have no help, and you're scared being black. I was treated really poorly in the hospitals, and I thought, like, I was really abused in Lansing, Michigan, at the hospitals, and in East Lansing at the student clinic. Like, they literally should be sued for the treatment I was given. But I don't want to do that. It's just like God will have to take control. It was really bad. Like, I don't like to bring it. I'm tired of bringing up experiences. They get stuck in a rut. But I was so scared. I was already being abused, and you just say, "Oh, that's me," but this unborn child should not have to be treated like that. And so we just went to a doctor after the birth, and everything was fine until I gave her the first set of vaccines that would probably be Hep B. I didn't have Hep B. We weren't going to any countries that are prone to that. That was silly. She got really sick. Really, really sick. And my husband had to go into town. She wouldn't stop crying for hours, and she got swollen, feverish. I had to go into town and get her a swing, and that's the only thing that calmed my baby. And I was so scared of all of that. I've given a lot of babies vaccines, but not newborns. Like, the mom has Hep B, you do it. I really, like, right away. Anyways, you learn that in medical school. You learn a lot of vaccines. Your immune system is not even equipped to deal with making antibodies to antigens, at least to virus antigens. They say you start now because you say you got 3 or 4 in the series. You start now. And even though the first 1 or 2 don't really work, they're getting money. First of all, they're getting money for the visit, which is a lot for an infant. And it gets them in a routine of doing that, like getting your teeth cleaned. Like, oh crap! If you miss one of these, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna call child welfare. You cancel one. You could cancel your kid, like, especially if your kid is sick already. If your kid has got a cold, you're not supposed to be going in. making the system work even harder. But anyways, I don't want to discuss the ethics around that, but there's a lot of ethical things when you really dig into immunology and the innate and the learned um, immune system, and then the there's a lot of people that maybe wish their kid had vaccines, but my kids have vaccines. Okay, now they wait till their immune system about to take it, and I had some issues with that, and that's another whole nother story. But you learn a lot, and you learn risk, and it doesn't mean you're not going to go to the grocery store and someone's going to cough at your kid, or some guy with shingles is going to grab your baby and sneeze, in the baby's face or whatever, like how it's pus dripping on your kid. You don't know. You're not going to get a vaccine for chickenpox anyways, but you never know. Like that just takes one exposure. Like you're nursing, that is a huge protection. Um, and I mean, because you're basically getting the mom's immune system besides what was already in you when you're in the womb, and then are you going to daycare or not? Do you have an older sibling that's in school or daycare or not? What are these risks? We would, because I trained for a couple of years additional medical school permitted for you to ask these questions. You still have to follow CDC, and you still have to chart their parents' wishes. Like if you say this, like for medicine, if you're licensed, if you say what the CDC says and the FDA says, besides the insurance companies, the big one, but you have to follow your nation's laws for medicine, whether you're a naturopath or osteopath or an MD, when you're doing care, primary care, or specialized care. And if, let's say I had breast cancer and I said I refuse treatment, I mean, technically, they usually don't care. They just want you, they just harass you to come in surgery so they can get a lot of more money, even if it's not even necessary, but even if it's not cancerous, they still want to get in their building as often as possible, but whether that's a different story. They're going to be like, they're going to be like they should. You want to see these people for a couple minutes. When I go to doctors at OHSU, all I did was yell at me and tell me how horrible a person I am. Huh? I was like, you're a resident. I'm a practicing physician working in my own clinic, seeing patients. I'm like, you need to learn some respect. It's like, first of all, I'm human. It doesn't matter what my title is. But I was like, I think you're the problem, punk. Like, I never say this back. I just say, I don't care if you get $3 or $300 for my visit. You're not getting 3 cents for me to come back to see you. And there's one lady I would see at that facility. Even their medical assistants would lie to you about lab tests and stuff. And you can't talk to the doctors. They won't talk to you. They're like, wait, I came in to get this test done. It's really important. And it's like family history of this. No. Your UA will show whether you need that. Shut up, dude. I passed all my classes in medical school, and now you trying to make up crap. Think I'm stupid, but that's what they would. I was like, either this guy thinks I'm completely ignorant and he could say anything. He could say, like, there's no such thing as the ocean, it's just a mirage, and try to think that I'm stupid enough to believe that, because I've been out in the ocean and it's cold water. San Diego's a little warmer, but still. It's either A, these people think I'm completely ignorant and don't know anything about anything and that they can pull the wool over my eyes, or B, they think they're actually extremely ignorant and just, like, should not even be around the general population, especially with, needles and bodily fluids and stuff that needs to be, universal precautions need to be taken. Like, these people they're not intelligent enough to keep me safe, or a combination of the two that I've had it happen over and over again at OHSU, over and over again. Like, I almost want to count some of the major times, but every time is after going there saying, these you are idiots, I want to leave. And having like, one time I go in, this happened, but there's like 12 times that I refused to go to these idiots. I would go to Chinese medicine instead. Um, that was beneficial, even as the students and everything like that. They told me in church I was the devil because I was getting acupuncture for my health instead of surgery and medication or prescriptions. And I was actually getting care. I was getting massages. I was getting ear seeds and stuff. I was getting dietary support. And then the herbs, whether they're the tea pills, so they're tea pills, they're literal pills because they're like rolled and you see fingerprints. It's the ones I used to get, little black tea pills, the herbal formula, and cha yao. And then you had the teas they make specific for you, the formulas they put together based on your condition that week, and then you gotta boil it down. So I'd walk in the morning and that's what killed that freaking sickness. Oh, I went in, and every time I go to good acupuncture, some people are like fake woo-woo and they're not even. My body would not respond to them. Something blocks it. Either that or they're just like making crap up. Because you could be like trained and be completely just robotic and still be effective. There's one guy that it's like it is not worth my time unless I want to pay a bunch of money to go take a nap in his office with this guy. I don't know. My body would not respond. There's one lady that responds, that my body responds well with, but she doesn't return my calls, whatever. I am. Speaking of this, like you count on one hand. Oh, I remember that time this happened. There's 12 times that I didn't want to go back to this place. Anyways, that's a different story. People keep saying, why did you choose to be an Indian and make no money? I was like, because I wanted to be able to do everything they did in a medical doctor's office, plus everything that I learned. That was less invasive. And it's really hard if you have injured yourself and they come in and they say, you're not really injured, you're just nervous. I got in a car accident. The car was totaled. They're like, you're not injured, you're just nervous. And you're acting weird. And that it was all in my mind. It was like, do you think that when the car body shop told the driver that your car is totaled, do you think that was on his mind too? Do you think that police report that I got was all in that police officer, that sheriff trooper's mind too? Like, idiot. Ugh. And to this day, my body hasn't healed, and I can't believe someone has the audacity. Like, I'm like super hypermobile, and my kids are like super double jointed about stuff. I don't know how to prove that, but I don't know how to prove it right now. And I lost, so I had it measured. I had everything measured by chiropractor before the accident when I was a new patient. And after it was much, much greatly reduced. But I remember her explaining the way that I told us in medical school not to explain this stuff is weird, so you don't scare your patients. She said, oh my gosh, like you're off the chart flexible. Like she had the little measurement. I don't know. I have one at home in my medical bag, some kind of meter. I don't know what kind she used, but I basically exceeded the actual device. So it was, you know, it'd be like instead of getting A plus, you're getting like extra credit. It's basically unmeasurable. Um, so when I went in and they tried to be like, go like this, go like this. Does that hurt? Yeah, of course it hurts. And they're like, you're super flexible. I'm like, yeah, no, it's like if I could go like this before the accident and after the accident, I can only go like this. They're gonna be like, that's better. Like they would tell you that's better than most people that come here. And it's like I also stretch at home every day and keep moving, after being a childhood athlete and adult martial artist. And one of the freaking things that would weird me out when I first joined Taekwondo in Oscoda, Michigan, in the 90s, one of the things that weirded me out was the machine that makes your legs do the splits, and you like have to crank the machine. I don't know how you do it, but you basically go in there every day and you start like this and you work your way. So I learned there's one thing besides doing volleyball, tennis, track, and I wanted to do cross country too, but there's tons of stretching. It's like you don't just work out without stretching. Stretch, 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 stretch. The weights get streaked, swim in the pool, water aerobics. It was intense in my school. I don't know how it is now because I'm an old, flabby, little person. I wasn't one of these like ants, boom, 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 like walking in with like these big old. I was like, volleyball team. It's like, oh hi, Sherry, we're the volleyball team. Oh, I used to play volleyball. How's the weather up there? Like I'm not that person. Like flabby, like I'm sitting in the teacher's lounge eating Cheetos, drinking sodas, and we got to throw that discus around a couple times while parents come and get us. Like I was just flabby, freaking lazy. I used to run fast, but I was lazy as heck. I didn't even want to compete with running because I was like, whatever, it's boring. I would get bored easily. I didn't want to do 8. I wanted to try cross country, so I went to the woods. I didn't want to do 8 laps around the truck. I should have. I probably would have won a lot of medals. Literally, I was so fast at distance endurance. Sprinting, yeah, our exhibition team used to win points every time, but we didn't really like win. Like we didn't really get. We used to always at least beat one team. Or beat somebody, I don't know. We didn't beat our main team, our sprinting team, but we would always, they'd always keep making us do exhibition. 400, is it called 400 meter relay? You only run 100 meters per person. We had to do a lot of baton practicing. Yeah, we had this exhibition team that the coach called us Oreo because there's 2 blacks and 2 whites. I don't think I was last because I wasn't that fast. I don't know if I might have been first. Yeah, because you started on this side of the track and you went right around the corner. I believe I was first, and the other black person, she had really big legs, so she was last, I think. So I didn't have to catch the baton. I really had to just pass it off. I'm a lefty, so you have to be careful with that, God, I miss those days. That was a lot of hard work. You guys who are academic and sports and leadership and scouting, that's just thinking about it makes me tired. And my flat abs came from laughing on the phone with the other African American / Filipino lady that was on that team. We used to crack ourselves up laughing. I had some major, probably had a 6-pack laughing with her, but we were out on the track and they would make us swim laps and in the pool and a few calisthenics in the water, and we had to spend all the time in the weight room. Oh, that was the days, man. We had our coach take on a younger student and try to get her up to par with me. And she totally didn't. She hated me, my coach, whoever that was at the time. She hated me. And she would spend her whole time training this other person to be good. I don't ever remember this person ever getting any points or doing very well. Like, why? Like, why don't they just put her in something else? Like, I don't know if that was her niece or something. She was definitely. And I kept overhearing, like, oh, you can take some of the shot puts home and practice and this and that. I was like, yeah, after me now, I need to go home and practice. We used to carry the shot puts, the male and the female ones. The dudes was like big. You take turns every other meet or what is the regular? So if you go like to Tawas, that's like just Tawas. But if you go to the big meets and you have like, oh, let's go to Gladstone or not Gladstone, what's the one out here? Whatever they are in Michigan, rural. We would go hours. Everyone would go hours to travel to these competitions. Or I don't remember what they call them. Just track meets. Like volleyball, you would have the same thing, where all the schools would show up at one big school, all the buses would be parked, and you got snacks and sleeping bags and drinks and different clothes and warm clothes and pillows and all this junk. And we would have take turns carrying the milk crate was full of the shot puts and discus. Every other time the guys would do it and we would do it. Ugh. There was one school, was it Standish? No. Pinkine? No. Started with the O. We used to really good drinks, so there's can't out of the vending machine. Tampers or something. Sorry. I forgot to put that on my list of people. Please forgive me. I keep thinking of all the schools out here. I'm so used to being out in the West Coast. It doesn't matter what it's called, but some of them, like, your bus is really far from where you have to take the stuff. So you're just like, one person grabs one, and they should have had one woman and one guy. That's what they should have done. We got to be, okay, it's our turn to carry this stupid thing. Lug this thing around. Sometimes we had two of them. They're like, oh my god. So we had to carry it over to the place where we did shot put and just carry it up the bleachers so they wouldn't get stolen. And then, of course, because we had the plastic ones too, we never really used those ones. So we had those. We had to use our own discs too. We didn't. I don't think we ever used theirs because we had. As weird as they don't weigh them or anything. I just had to cut my nails for volleyball. Keep them long and just cut them in volleyball and then grow them in shot. When my shot put, I did left-handed discus. I did right-handed. I hardly did the twirl. Sometimes I hardly did the twirl because I did much better at staying still. And I would go. And my nails would be so long. They'd be like chalk on the, or fingernails on the chalkboard. The other girls, oh my god, what the heck is wrong with you? I never noticed, like, you freaking nails, dude. My nails, my hair breaks off, but my nails would be really thick and long really fast. Like, oh my god, it just made him flash. That's just stupid looking. I didn't do it on purpose. I just was like, I didn't have to cut him for that. You had to cut him for volleyball, you know. And it's like my video, I was scared because I see my brother go like ER. These things, I was like terrified. I shouldn't have gone home that day. But I'm pretty sure they were mad because that was the point on the internet. That means that they wouldn't have gotten points because they went home early. And then I remember, you think about when you work at a job, like now, how I work as a practitioner, but I work and I make pizzas, minimum wage, because I'm so poor that I never was able to get a well-paying job or a full-time job. I've never gotten benefits from a job before